Hey everyone, it's now time for my 19th episode of my Talkz series, my MathewV21688 Talkz. This time I'll be discussing the Lights main event from Toronto. Justin Barcia coming through with the win for the first time this season. Purcell lost, win streak ending at 3. And I thought that was good for Barcia. He definitely deserved a win. That's for sure. Purcell, I thought, was going to go perfect, but unfortunately it did not happen. And Dean Wilson, Canadian, finishes in 4th in his home country. And Stroop had a chance at the win before some lappers got in the way. I tell you, lappers has just been a serious problem this season. Because Dungey's been held up by lappers, Ryan Sipes got held up by a lapper at Indy, and now Stroop at Toronto. That gave Barcia breathing room after he made a mistake while doing a double jump that only Purcell had cleared on the track. But I think what was the best excitement of all, outside of the, outside of the main event, the battle for the last spot in the LCQ between Jake Moss, Rockstar Suzuki, and KTM privateer Tevin Tapia. They would first meet in the heat race, and then would end up meeting each other again in the LCQ after they started shoving each other in the heat race. Kind of uncalled for, if you ask me. But overall, I thought the race was very, very good. And also, I thought it was kind of scary when Barcia speared that tough block cover, but it flew off in mid-flight. Last time I remember that happened was Wyndham at the Supercross main in Seattle in 2008. And it caused him to make a stop in the middle of the track and having to yank it off. But the one race that I can really remember where a tough block screwed up somebody's night was probably the San Diego Supercross in 1998. That was when Kevin Wyndham clipped a tough block just before a triple, and Ezra Lusk caught it in his front tire, and he ended up finishing in 11th. And then it also happened in this, almost the exact same thing happened with Purcell, but Purcell was able to slow down and try to get the thing out, which I think was the right decision. Anybody else, they would have gone on. Barcia went on, despite the fact that it was in his foot peg. If that were me, I'd be freaking out. And also, I thought that stand section would be the big challenge of all, and it was. It caught Barcia with that tough block. Purcell picked up a tough block, and but Purcell also put a sweet pass on Barcia in the sand section in qualifier, only to lose it by crashing 2 sections later. And overall, I thought that the race was kind of like I thought the race was a bit of a bore, even though Barcia won it, leading flag to flag. But quite honestly, I don't think Barcia is going to be the only other rider to beat Purcell. But quite honestly, I think the AMA has to do something about these lappers. Like I mentioned earlier, they've been a pretty big problem this series. But I was talking with my dad earlier, and he said that there really isn't much that the AMA can really do. But hopefully the AMA could come up with a viable solution. Well, I also would like to say that The race itself was great. It was good for Barcia. He definitely deserved to win. He had to get back in the title hunt. But I also would really like to see Dean Wilson get a victory before the season's over. But I don't know if Wilson's going to be racing the outdoors in America because Wilson's from Canada. I don't know if he's going to be racing the Canadian Nationals. But I guess I have to wait until the end of Vegas to find out. But I really want, if there's any guy that I really would like to win, Dean Wilson for sure. Because in like the 30-something years that we've had, 36 years we've had running Supercross, I don't think we've had a Canadian stand atop the Supercross podium in America. The best that I've ever seen someone do was Darcy Lange with the second place. That's in the lights class. The Supercross class was John Sebastian Waugh when he used to race here. In fact, I believe J.S. Waugh got a 9th place at the finale in Vegas in '98. But for highest finish by a Canadian was outdoors was Waugh with the 5th at in the first moto at Budds Creek and in the first moto at Unadilla. But I guess we'll have to wait next round for Wilson to see if he can get it. Well, that will do it for my talk series. I'll be back with the next episode. See you guys later.